We're in Nelson Mandela Bay, and it's the Fairview Meet today. 8 races on the card. It's on the turf track. Thank you for joining Weighted to Win on social media. At Weighted to Win's our handle, or our WhatsApp number that's on the screen. We hope that you will join us and be part, because we've got a nice weekend that we're looking forward to previewing as well, and naturally on YouTube too. We're back on YouTube, and there've been a lot of thumbs up about that, I must tell you. It's good to see the number of thousands of views that we get on the YouTube channel, in addition to Channel 240 as well. So no doubt, Weighted to Win is the most watched tipping show in South Africa. We've got Daryl Marie and Darren Burrows to help us through the card. Start of the first is bipod time. So Darren, I'll go straight to you, ask you what's happening and what you think we should do in the first.
I'm very strong on the horse, Sir Yaverman. Now, if you saw him go to post last time out, I promise you, he looked like a grade 1 performer. He really stood out. He moved up at the 400 like he was going to go on and win by a couple of lengths, and he found nothing. He started hanging under pressure the final 100, and he got outrun the final 50 meters of the race. I'm hoping that runs brought him on and that he settles into a stride, because he has got a burst of speed and he can win a race of this nature quite comfortably. The danger I made was Badge of Honor. Now, there was a lot of talk for him on debut. I don't think he was suited by the poly track. He's a big horse, big stride. I think he's going to come on a lot over the 14 on the turf.
Okay, you've got JP on Badge of Honor. He'll be riding that. And Louis Makatwa is riding this horse, Surveyorman. You give it a chance?
Yeah, Surveyorman, Clyde, was his first run as a gelding last time. I'm very disappointed that he got beaten in that field. I mean, that form line doesn't excite me whatsoever. I expected him to win, to make a winning return, but he didn't get the job done, and he was running about in the latter stages. But only having his third start, plenty scope for improvement. Like Darren touched on, this horse, Badge of Honor, number 10, came to the course with a huge reputation. It was meant to run on turf. They switched it to the poly track. It didn't suit him, that switch. Back on turf from a neat draw. I expect him to show us what he's about. He obviously has ability. He's highly regarded. So 10 from 11 for me.
Okay, you're going with 10, Badge of Honor as well. Well, it's one of your choices in the bipod then. This is what the boys are going to put up for you to take in bipods. And Darren, it's your bipod. You want to take us through it?
Yeah, I've banked it, Sir Yaverman. I'll be disappointed if he doesn't run in the first two. I've gone 11 by 3 and 4, by 1, 4, 13 and 14. In the fourth leg, I do fancy a runner called Waiting for Summer quite strongly, number 5. But I have opted to go 2, 5 and 6, hoping to double up. Then 3 and 4 in the penultimate leg, and 1, 2, 3 and 11 at the back at a cost of 192 Rand.
Second race over 2,000 metres. When we recorded this on Thursday, Montserrat was 14-10. Darren, you like it?
I give her a chance, in this type of company. Last time out, that was a good run against the Colts. Her penultimate start, she does hold Golden Grace on the Air form. It's not a strong race. It's just a race we want to survive. And I believe numbers 3 and 4 are enough for the exotics. Number 4, Golden Grace, Harold Crawford, Michelle Ricks combination. They did take this horse to PE last time out, ran a much improved race. I think between numbers 3 and 4.
Yeah, I'm noticing form lines are not really great, nothing inspiring. What do you like?
Yeah, form lines are horrible.
Yeah.
And she's proving very, very costly to follow, Clyde.
Yeah. She's
going to get it right one of these days. If you like her chances, you have to respect Golden Grace and Lady Shiva. They finished close up on that Eshrok form line. Clyde, I know here's another. I'm going to tip another filly at big odds over here that's proven very, very costly and disappointing. That's number 5, Japan Approval. Last time out on the poly track, she got left. So I think she's way better than that. Penultimate start, she had excuses. I think Muzi Yeni from a neat draw, she's been very unlucky on a few occasions in Kabeja. So Muzi from a good draw with the blinkers on. I'm hoping, being super fit, that she could just pop out and go to the front and have no excuses this time around. I think she represents the value in the race. What price is she?
They call it a jockey up.
Jockey up, yeah, hopefully up on the pace.
Any price. Look, it's got 10 or 11 next to Fana Monseria, but you've given reason as to why you like it. Japan Approval, what price is this horse? So let's have a quick look for you over here. I'll tell you what price Japan. I don't know if I can find it, Daryl. It's 25 to 1.
And a place?
and a place 4-1.
Fire the places.
Fire the places, Japan approval. Okay, let's get our PAs up. This is what we're doing. In place accumulators 3, 4, and 5. By 1, 4, 13, 14. By banker 5. By banker 4. By 1, 2, 3, 11. By 1, 2, 5, 10. By 2, 11, and 14. So 576 Rand per. We're staying over 2,000 metres. This is a 5-2 Wildest Dreams. Alan Greef and Samanga Kumalo look the one to beat. Would you agree, Darren, they're hard to beat?
It's always to beat, but by no means a good thing. You know, she's holding her form well. She did take, I think, 12 or 13 runs to break her maiden. Then she followed up in handicap company over 2,400 metres. Last time out, that was a 66 handicap, and she got beat on the poly. She has to go in. Others to consider, the value lies with Get It Done, number 4. She's having a peak run, third run after rest. Last time out, she absolutely took off at Anatura from the back end of the field, and she is a winner over 1,900 metres on the turf. So William Kotwa from a decent enough draw at 8-1. Get It Done for me, the horse to beat over Wildest Dreams, and then throw in Winter Time and Space Oddity. I think they're not out of it.
Well, at least Crafty Heart came out of there from the Get It Done. That does help. It's always a little bit of confidence. What do you think of the race?
Yes, Clyde, obviously Wildest Dream, she's improving with racing and age. Just getting better all the time. She did pick up, I think, a £4 penalty for running second in her later start. And she's got a wide draw to contend with over here. So, but she likes to push forward. Mm-hmm. She's won from one over the course in distance. Not cut and dry though, Clyde. She's gone up in the ratings. If you like her chances, you have to respect the chances of Space Oddity. I think there's 3 kilograms for the 3 3/4 length beating. She's very, very fit with 52 kilograms. Museum in the irons, throw into all bets. And have a look at number 13, Winter Time. A few runs back, she ran second on the turf, right, off of 58.
Yep.
A few runs on the poly recently, now back on the turf, off of 51. I think she's very, very competitive off this rating.
Any price, huh?
What price?
I think
what
20s.
Price is any price?
20s, I think.
Okay.
I think 20s.
Put her in.
20s, any time, any price. Let me just have a look. Winter Time, 25-1.
Lovely. The stable's hot, eh?
7-2 a place.
The stable's very hot.
Soralang.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's the story. Pick 6, can we do that? Let's get that pick 6 up. We're going 1, 4, 13, 14, and Winter Time is included in that, the outsider. We are bankering this horse, number 5, Waiting for Summer, in the second leg of the pick 6. The guys will tell us just now as to exactly why, but that's our pick 6 that we planning on taking. With all of those that are on the screen at the moment, it does spend, well, they are spending 3,072 Rand, but of course, nowadays you don't have to spend that at all. You can spend 307 for 10, or you can spend 31 Rand for 1%. It's up to you. Waiting for summer. Summer is long overdue. We had a cold enough winter, and we are looking forward to the summer. Darren, and I know this is our pick 6 banker.
This is the horse to beat. I saw good value in his price. We have chosen to banker him at decent price for the pick 6. He's taken on horses like Universal, Trip to Fortune, Pomp and Power in the Derby. His 2 runs in the Eastern Cape were both on the poly over 1,900 metres. I believe this horse is a miler. And the drop back in Trip, back on the turf, good draw. His rating's in a good place. I think he's the horse to beat over horses like Gavel Strike, Tarantino, and you know who.
Well, from there, Grazing in the Grass won, Never Ending Rain won, and this horse First Street, who ran way down the field, came out to run second, so can't doubt the Herodotus form line, right?
Yeah, and hopefully at 2, Waiting for Summer would have won.
Would have ticked that box.
Right. I don't have much more to add. I expect him to win. Back in a mile, back on the turf. Go back to his turf run in the Concord Cup, in the Grade 2 Concord Cup. He ran 3 lengths behind Pomp and Power. I think he's a much better turf horse and a much better miler. So, Waiting for Summer, let's get on.
Won't be 7-2 race time, right?
Not if you get into it, but if we nibble away, maybe it will remain at 7-2.
Daryl Murray. All right, here's a look at the jackpots, because it's jackpot time, and Daryl Murray's deciding to take his jackpot. Nowadays, he's limited in terms of spend. He doesn't want to spend too much on the pots, and here's another cost-effective jackpot.
Absolutely. It's only a 24 rand per Clyde. Banker number 5, waiting for summer.
On to race number 5, 5-2 about Wings of Fire. Go Likely's the second choice at 3-1. Irish Willow is 5-1. And number 7, Sacred Lotus is at 11-2. 12-1, par 4. We did this on Thursday if you're watching at Race Time Friday. So there's an indication on the markets and you'll know exactly what moved and hasn't moved. Darren, let's talk about this particular event. Opening leg of the second jackpot.
I like this horse, Irish Willow. Last time out, made up a lot of ground over the 1,400-meter trip, was flying at the finish, and she's going to appreciate the step back to a mile. She's run off the likes of Phoenix, Eva Eileen, Santa Therese. Her form lines are standing up quite nicely, and I think she's the value in the race at 9-2. The favourite, Go Likely. Now, her last 2 starts were in feature races behind Rattlemouse and Integrity, and I think she could bounce back to better form. I made it between those 2.
Okay. You like Muzi in this race?
I found Muzi as well, Irish Willow. I think she's most effective over this course in distance. She's off a very, very competitive mark.
Right.
And at 5-1, she's worth a bet, Clyde. I made her danger. Number 6, Sweet the Sound. What price is she?
Sweep the Sound, I'll tell you now, is currently priced up at, well, it wasn't what we quoted, was it? It's any price. You're looking at 20 and 25-1 shots today.
Clyde, I know she's held on paper. She's well held, I think, close to 5 lengths. But she's having a peak run now. From a 1 draw this time around, she's been plagued with poor draws recently. And the blinkers go on. So I'm hoping she can get closer to the pace from a 1 draw. I certainly think she can close that margin on Irish Willow. And at those odds, I'd recommend putting her into all trifectas and quartets.
Okay, that's the call. Let's have a look at what we're going to do here. This is our bet. We're going Irish Willow. There's the value in the race. Can we expect Gavin Smith and JP Faramava to deliver on the early favourite Bold Strike? Thursday afternoon favourite at 3-1. Not much else that close in the market. I think it's 6-1 after that. Darren, how confident are you with Bold Strike?
I think he's a runner, but I'm not confident about his chances. You know, when he won in his penultimate start, he beat Seattle Beat by 1.5 lengths. Seattle Beat is 2 kilos better off at the weights, and Kumran Naidu's in good form. So I won't be splitting numbers 1 and 2, but my first choice is My Boy Reese, the 11. He comes in with a handy galloping weight. His last run over a mile, he got touched off by Euphoric. That was on the poly. And I don't think he saw out the trip his last start. So I think My Boy Reese will be right there.
Okay, we won't leave that at My Boy Reese. I thought Bold Strike, I like the fact that Ushaya, there's only been 2 runners from there, right? Ushaya won. I like that. And I like the fact that Beneficiary, who ran, I think, second last, came out to run 3rd. You're a better analyzer of a like-for-like form line.
That was on poly, though.
So turf, not.
Turf. No, I was just saying,
how's this turf form?
You love to see those form lines being franked. Yeah, Clyde, you know, in his penultimate start, he took a long time to quicken up. But when he did, he extended at the finish. At least he's got a 1 draw this time around. Hopefully he gets a little bit closer to the pace. He did pick up a £6 penalty on that occasion. But he seems to be more or less in his place, Clyde. I really like the look of number 3 over here, Il Lungo. Now, we all know in his penultimate start, it was too far too soon for him. Then he was rested. He came back on the poly track. He was slow into stride. On the poly track from a 1 draw, his race was done and dusted.
Okay, so he was in trouble there already. So he's the type of horse that you think will improve and come on back on the turf now.
He's lightly raced. He's only having, his 6th start?
Yeah.
I think he's of a competitive mark. He's going to strip much fitter, and he's much better than his comeback run.
Right.
What price is he, Clyde?
Ilunga, I think, was 12-1 when I looked, Daryl.
Yeah, that's
that was
a big
the last price. Yeah, 12-1, 5-2 a place or something like that. So, yeah.
And I respect Darren's Rafi, My Boy Reese. He's well in at the weights. I liked him last time out, but the race meeting was abandoned during the running because of weather. I think. What was it?
There was
visibility issues.
Visibility and a sloppy track. All those, there were reasons. Yeah, there were reasons. Correct.
3-1-11 for me.
Okay, let's put our bets up then, guys. Let's have a look at race number 6. This is the plan. We're going 1, 2, 3, 11, 12. All of Daryl and Darren's horses are included in there, and my own fancy bold strike, naturally. That's the trifecta. Well, Alan Greef does hold the aces here in the 7th race. He's got the top 2 in the market, whatever next, and Inherit the Rain. Darren, those two, do you think the win will come from the Greef yard?
I thought it's a more tricky race than that. Touching on Inherit the Rain, he is better over 1,200 meters. He'll be a bit caught for speed over the 1,000. He'll be running on late. There is a lot of speed in the race. You've got a horse like Stranger Danger, who runs well fresh. He's had 4 runs after a break for a win and 3 places. I think he'll be right there at the finish. I have respect for whatever next. His penultimate start with the blinkers on over the 1,000. He got up to win. I'm leaning towards numbers 2 and 5, and then throw in 1, 4, and 10.
Okay, 2 and 5, and throw in a few others in the race. Daryl, is it open? As Darren
It is open.
indicates?
Inherit the Rain is no doubt better than his later starts. I mean, he was too far back on the poly track. Clyde, he was giving so much weight away on that occasion. How was he going to make it up?
Yeah.
Giving everything weight and start. So better than what it appears on paper. I'll give him a warning chance. I know that he is possibly best over the 6 furlongs, but his record over the 5 furlongs isn't bad whatsoever. So I still make him the horse to beat. Whatever next, he was due to run a few weeks ago. So I don't think he'll be that much in need of his comeback starts. Plus it is a 5 furlong. So he's got some class about him. That's why he's carrying the weight he is. Cruise Control. Now, he recently turned 3 years old. Obviously well above average. He was a temperamental sort. He's been gelded. And he's 1 from 1 as a gelding. That form line is suspect, though. I think the 2nd, the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th have all run, all unplaced.
Yeah.
So
Not great.
not great. You one that loves to see form lines being franked.
Of course.
I'm not going to discount his chances based on the fact that it's yet to be franked. So for me, 1, 2, and 10.
Okay, interesting race. Whatever next, Inherit the Rain. Inherit the Rain, we know, came out and won from that Barcelona form line. Let's take a look at the boys now, what we're doing in terms of what we need to do quartets-wise. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 10. Those are the 6 runners. It is open. That's our cost, and we recommend you take it. Our next Fairview race meeting is Friday the 16th of September, and this is a handicap at the 62 level. It's fillies and mares. Market-wise, you can take your pick, to be honest, Darren. I think any price you like in the last, I think you can have in terms of the way the market's going. 6 to 1 the field.
Yes, a very open race, but there is value with the horse Miami Beach. Now, on debut, she won a very good race comfortably on that occasion at a big price. Then followed up, only beaten a length by Conquer the World. Now, she was staying on very strongly at the finish. Last time out, that dropped her to 1,000 meters, which you can put a line through the run. Even though she was beaten 2 lengths, she's going to love the step up in trip. So she's only had the 3 starts to date. Donald Boiler gets the chance on her once again. I think she's the value, but there are dangers. Bouquet, Alloway Grove, and Conquer the World can get involved.
Yeah, well, Conquer the World's in the race again, and from there, Princess Debs came out and won, so that form at least has been franked, but it's, I guess, open.
Nightmare of a race, Clark.
Yeah.
If you show profit in this race, you've done well.
You've done well.
Conquer the World, very consistent up the straight of the 6 furlongs, has recorded a victory and a close-up 4th in open company. Off the same rating, she's going to be competitive. I think number 11, Clyde, on Natalia. Now, I know her form line since exiting the maiden ranks is dismal, but she tends to lose ground at the start, and all her races have been around the bend, and that means she gets buffeted and behind runners, and she's unable to make up that ground in the straight. I think up the straight, if she comes off out the gates a length or 2 slow, it won't be the worst thing because she's got a lot of time to unwind. There's going to be no easing and excuses this time round. If the distance is not on the sharp side for her, I think she'll run a much improved race.
Okay, what's interesting on Atelier, because Princess Debs was in there as well, so that could be a bit of a collateral guide as to which way you want to go. In this race, what the guys are suggesting we do is go with Miami Beach. Well, Darren certainly does like that. Daryl's suggesting maybe a bit of on Atelier for value as well. Maybe it's a swinger recommendation. That's our suggestions. Thank you so much for watching Waited to Win this week. Hope it's good, and we look forward to joining you over the weekend.